Welcome back, guys. This podcast is once again brought to you by Bloke in a Bar Beer. Thank you for coming on, Denon, you legend.
He's just extended too. What a bloke.
He has.
What a good bloke.
He has extended.
What a good
indeed.
beer.
It's a great beer. We've decided to go with some full strength.
Change it up a bit. Get
Change
some
it up a
full
little
strength
bit.
blokes down our throat.
Yeah, exactly. Because, you know,
It's a Tuesday after all at the Caxton Hotel.
it is. It's a lovely time. So we are enjoying our full strength blokes down our throats. There is the MIDI as well, but
There
we're
is.
sort of just feeling there's a little bit extra in the air tonight.
Different strokes, different blokes.
Yeah,
as
exactly.
they say.
But we just keep pumping hard anyway.
If you want to get some blokes down your throats, what should you do, Josh?
Well, you should come to the Caxton Hotel first
should,
of all and
yeah.
get some. They've got both the MIDI and
The full
the
strength.
full strength.
Also on tap at the Caxton.
Also on tap, which is lovely. But if not, go to blokeinabar.com, put in your postal code, and you can find where your nearest stockist is.
And if there is nothing on there anywhere near you, go to your local and tell them to fucking pull their finger out and order some.
Exactly, because
It's
bloke
simple.
is superior. Bloke should be down everyone's throat. Now, I'm just trying to find here. There is a little location where you can find all of these. Bloke MIDI is now in all liquor legends across Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria, and the ACT. So,
So you've
guys,
got no excuse.
there's plenty of liquor legends around. I think we all become legends when we drink liquor. So take from that what you will.
Responsibly.
Responsibly, of course. Anyway, if not, just go to blokeinabar.com.
Shout out to the sheriff for this one.
Thanks, Sheriff. Because we've just done the sports pod. I saw the name, and I thought the name was Hogging the Middle. So that was by someone talking about, like,
Footy.
trucking nut up the middle.
No,
and
this is hopping the middle. Talk heavy.
hoping the middle.
Hoping the middle. I have dyslexia. This is their debut single as well.
Awesome.
Debut? How do you say that?
Debut.
Debut.
Nah, that's not it, dude.
Nah, it's debut, bro.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Yeah, welcome back to another edition of On the Piss with Klutz and Das. And everyone, we've brought back a fan favourite. There's a lot of people that may not have listened to the soft, sultry sounds of Sebastian Kirkpatrick.
Been a while.
But you're going to today, this evening, this morning, whenever the fuck you're listening to this.
That's the beauty of podcasts. You can listen to this whenever you want.
And you can also turn it off whenever you want. So thanks for listening and have a good one. Anyway, Bass, how are you?
I'm well, thanks, boys. Thanks for having me on. Pleasure to be here.
It's good to have you back.
I told Seb about this, Clutzy, but I can't remember if I mentioned it to you. A couple of weeks ago, I was in Caxton Street for Origin and I was lining up for the bar at Hotel LA. And this bloke came up to me. He's like, do you run a podcast? I was like, yeah. He's like, mate, fucking love the podcast. I was like, thank you so much. He's like, but you need to get your really funny mate on. And I was like, who? And he's like, that little redhead kid. And I was like, Seb. He's like, yeah, fucking get him back on. It's like, okay, we will do that.
Well, he's back, bro.
He's back, baby.
Fucking
In
oath.
a big way.
Shout out to you, whoever that was.
Yeah.
Needed that.
Yeah.
Bloody oath. It's a nice little confidence boost, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You know what else can give you a nice little confidence boost?
What, Clutzy?
Bit of fucking
The
vibe.
wake up blend, baby.
Ooh,
The
that
wake
was-
up blend. The nice tropical wake up blend of vibe.
Did you get stuck
That was
in on the
smooth.
weekend, Clutzy?
Yeah, I did actually. I got stuck in a big way at the Trots on Saturday night, which I'll get into more later. But obviously I had my obligatory Sunday market session, and I may have got a lot more stuck in than what I thought I was going to.
The night before.
The night before, so I needed a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a...
Did you feel like a Barocca on steroids?
Bro, I literally felt like a Barocca.
Well, then the Vibe Wake Up Blend is just for you, baby. It's full of Japanese herbs that are anti-inflammatory and help reduce hangovers, branched chain amino acids to reduce muscle fatigue, and Rhodolia rosea to improve brain function and reduce stress.
That's a really good way to pronounce that, Das.
Thank you.
And I'd just like to say as well that you're going to get 300 kilojoules of energy per serving.
Stop reading the labels,
So
dude. Didn't work out last time.
that's just insane. Yeah, I thought I'd just come with something.
15 servings per package.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want to...
Made in Australia. That's something that's
That
nice.
is sick. If you want to get around Vibe, we can't thank them enough for sponsoring the pod. Use code BBB10 for $10 off your first order. Essentially 10% off. I can't remember which one it is, but it's one of those two.
Yeah, I think it's $10 off.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
get around
Go to
them.
the checkout and find out. And you can tell us what it was.
Yeah, actually, that'd be great. If someone could
Yeah.
reach out, that'd be
That'd
really
awesome.
helpful.
But yeah, vibe with people that vibe with us. It's vibe.
Nice.
Sweet. Thank you. Yeah, fuck. How we been? What's
Pretty
been
good.
happening, Bass?
Mate, not a lot. Nothing that cool to report to you.
Yep.
My weekend was all right. Probably the most notable story is I went to the Bottle-O at Windsor.
Nice.
And the lovely lady at the checkout, I think, was legally blind. Don't laugh. And when I got
Were you
there,
like, I'm trying to get like you?
yeah, when I got there, she goes, "Oh, can I see your ID?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course." So I gave her my ID, and she put it underneath this big magnet viewer, and she saw it, and she goes, "Yeah, all good." So what I've realised over the weekend, even someone who legally can't see can tell I look like a child.
I shouldn't be laughing. I'm in the same boat, mate. Happens to me. I get ID'd all the time. So
She was lovely though. Great service. Shout
Seb,
out to
this
her.
is super random, but do you remember? I can't remember what the event was, but we were at your house in Red Hill, and we were pretty hung from the night before, and we walked up to the fish and chip shop like across the road. There's a group of us, and we're all like battling. And me and you had a business idea to start a restaurant where the customer service is just really bad,
Yes,
and you get abused.
Yeah.
Did you know they've done that?
What?
Karen's
bro,
Diner.
Karen's Diner.
Yeah.
True.
Someone stole our fucking idea.
That's a great idea.
Actually, great.
They're like actors and shit that
Yeah, they
literally
like
go
tell you
out
to
of their
fuck off
way
and
to,
all that
like,
shit.
Interesting.
ruin your night.
Yeah. We should go there for dinner. It'd be great.
I've got,
It's at
I've got
Chermside.
a similar business venture that is along the same lines, but it's just like a prison that you pay money to go to for like a month.
So it's like so you can like see what it's like.
Yeah, you can work on yourself, read a lot of books, do some working out.
right.
It's
no
a good way
access
to
to
do
your
a
phone
workout,
and internet and
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I honestly think that would sell.
Yeah, it's sort of
Yeah.
like a rehab in a sense.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
much tougher.
Much tougher. It's character building.
Yeah.
Big time.
Coming out jacked.
I
Yeah.
do like that. I do
Not
like
addicted to
that.
your phone.
Not
Do
addicted
it.
to your phone, some homemade tats,
Might get shivved.
a sock full of batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Don't drop the
I love
soap.
that sort of shit. Learn how to make prison hooch.
Yeah.
So you can go home, and when you're battling and you want to just have a little bit of grog, you can, I don't know, use that toilet you're not using.
This is a premium service though, I'm guessing, Seb. Like there's only going to be A-listers in there with the
Absolutely.
prices we're charging.
You pay through the teeth
Yeah.
to go to prison.
yeah. And then we kick your teeth in.
Honestly, I think people are looking to get punished, and I think they would
Yeah.
happily do that.
There's some fucking freaks out there.
I've
There's a lot
seen
of people
shit
out
on the
there
internet like that. So
that hate themselves. So
Yeah.
I reckon they'd totally do it. That'd sell. Anyway,
I
how are
agree.
you boys
it's a
been?
good business. Oh, I've been good, mate. I've been good. It's been a great weekend.
I had a pretty chill weekend. I have been so busy and I just felt like I haven't had any time to do everything that I needed to do. So this weekend I pretty much barely left the house and just got all my tasks done, which was great. But on Saturday, my missus and I were like sitting on the couch. We hadn't had dinner and we were going to go after dinner and then we're like, fuck it. We put like a movie on and we're watching it.
Yeah.
Next thing it's like 8 o'clock and we haven't eaten. I was like, oh. And I was like, do you want to just go get Guzzy? There's like Guzman like near us.
Yep.
So yep, sweet. Jump in the car. Now a bit of a precursor. My missus' car has been fucked for the last little while. It's been at the mechanics. So I catch a train to work every day and she drives. So she's been driving my car.
Yep.
So my house keys and car keys have not been together because I obviously need my house keys to get into the house when I get home and she needs a car key for the car.
Yep.
So we get in the car. I'm driving. Go to Guzzy. Get there and there's a Hungry Jack's next door. I'm like, oh shit, I feel like that more so than Guzman. So I'll
Yep.
get that.
Very understandable.
They've got a new fried chicken burger range.
Yeah, mate.
Jack's fried chicken or something.
Man, I'm not going to lie. It's been out for at least 4 or 5 months.
Oh,
It's
really?
Fucking sensational.
Well, I don't eat Hungry Jack's that often. But
Oh, actually,
so the one that I ordered, it was like the chicken, bacon and cheese one.
yeah, great burgers.
Nice.
Large chips, sweet, bang.
One of the best.
Get back in the car, then go through the Guzman thing. My missus gets her thing, driving home. And as we like pull into our street, I've realized I don't have a house key or my car keys.
Oh,
And I was like, fuck, do you have keys? And she's like, why would I have keys? You're driving. And I was like, oh. So we're parked in the driveway, tried to get in a window, no luck. Spare keys at her parents' house, just 40 minutes away. So this is like 8 o'clock on Saturday night. I was like, fuck this. And then she's like, okay, let's just go get it over and done with. I was like, no, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to enjoy this food. Have a nice little bit of enjoyment before we go. I will put this photo in the clip. I pulled out my fucking burger in the fucking driveway. I'm not even kidding. This burger had no lettuce, no mayo, no cheese, and no bacon. It was literally just fried chicken in between two buns. It is the saddest excuse for a fucking burger I've ever seen in my life. It was so fucking dry. It was just horrendous.
Bro, I just remember getting that and just laughing because Strexy was feeding me fucking pulled pork sliders.
Yeah, Clutzy's at one of my work events on free piss and free food. I'm fucking locked out of my own house eating dry chicken in between bread.
It was so fucked.
So you had a great weekend. Thanks, guys.
Well, I had a fucking sensational weekend.
How's the trots, guys?
Well, we're going to start the weekend on Friday, obviously. I made my return to the football arena. We played against the Black Dogs at West.
Was it good to be back?
It was great to be back, sort of. I was glad to be back there. I have had this cough for fucking ages.
Yeah.
And I was warming up, and then I stopped running, and I was just like, and I was like, oh, fuck, it's going to be interesting. It was cold. It was wet as fuck. I was just like, oh, my God, why have I decided to come back on the wettest night? Like, this is so cooked. Wasn't really feeling it. Did more of the warm-up or whatever. Was a nice touch. We had some black armbands on for Maddie, so that was good.
Lovely.
Good to see the boys get around it. We got the dub, as I said, 14-12. But I played the first half and then I got subbed off, which was so reasonable and so fair. I was just like...
Surprised you lasted that long.
Yeah, dude. My presence on the field was just my voice. I was definitely the voice. I wasn't a physical presence.
He's a talker.
All.
You're like Cooper Cronk when he had a fuck shoulder in the grand final.
Literally, bro.
Not out there to play footy.
Yeah, but orchestrating victories nonetheless.
That's it, yeah. As we were
Fucking
saying,
oath.
I can't remember if we were recording when we said this, but you're all footy brains.
Literally, bro. As my dad said, I've got a great footy brain and I can see where the play's going, but I just might not be able to keep up with the play.
Yeah, that's fine. That's how great minds work.
But he said, like, I could see you know where it's going and you're going there. It's just, you're
So
a
he's
fat
like-
cunt. Yeah, thanks, man.
You eat Macca's 6 times a week.
Maybe. Could.
Maybe, not ruling it out.
No, I'm not ruling it out at all. Not at all.
Also not confirming it.
Anyway, West were clapping us off at the end, right? Yeah, I went number 5 most of the time.
Nice.
And then I see this bloke go, is that the cleanest number 5 jersey I've ever seen in a wet game of football? And I was just laughing because I knew it was coming. Literally, my impact for the game was I made 2 run-ups. The first one, the ball got stripped off me while I ran into someone. The second one, I made contact. The ref blew the whistle. I made a couple of tackles, but I never actually hit the ground. Like, I just made good impact. And just like, there was
How
one
can you
tackle.
make a tackle without hitting the ground
Because,
in
like,
Union?
bro, I got my shoulder on, made the contact, and just grabbed the dude. I had the dude, and I was just like, oh, fuck it. Boom, and just threw him on the ground. And then put my
Stood
hands
over
on
it.
him. Yeah, put my hands on him so it was a held tackle. And then, I don't know, the other ones, I made impact, and they just fell over or slipped over, and there was other boys, like, chopping at the legs and stuff, and I just didn't go down. And then, at half time, I was like, take me off, please. I'm
I've had
fucking
enough.
So I can't stop
Now,
coughing.
my
It's
impact
shit.
now moves to the esky.
But yeah, it was yeah.
Let me put a dint in that.
But it was
With my
yeah.
ass.
It'll go down as the cleanest jersey.
Congratulations,
Cleanest forwards
mate.
jersey in a game of footy.
So I'm
in
guessing
wet
no
weather.
tries were scored.
Fuck.
Time's
no.
running out.
Yeah, no. It's going to take a lot of effort, eh? We got brothers this weekend, so we'll see how we go. There's the option of playing. Well, by the time this comes out, I didn't play on Wednesday night because I'm not going to. Can't be fucked. Midweek game, 7:45 kickoff when you got work the next day. No way you can't. No fucking way. Anyway, that was Friday. Kept the lid on it. Got stuck in the Kangaroo Point Macca's drive-through for about
really?
half an hour on my way to Caitlin's.
What were you doing in there, mate?
Oh, just ripping and tearing.
Stopping by for a look.
Got a big feed as well. Can't
Did ya?
exactly remember what it was, but it was fucking
How many
big.
dollars are we talking?
Oh, it was at least, it was north of 25, I'd say.
Yeah, that's
The Mighty Angus was included in there. Sensational burger. Get it while it's out.
Not a paid plug.
Not a paid plug at all. Just,
Just a good burger.
yeah, exactly. Just sort of like a do it, cunt.
Do you get around the brioche though? Bit sweet.
I'm not a
Not
big
for
fan of
me,
the
man.
brioche, bro. I wish they had the old school sourdough bun from 2012.
Remember when you could like build your own hectic burgers at Macca's?
It was so shit. I remember. I think I've already spoke, like, as a worker. It was so shit.
Yeah.
I've already spoken. I literally like launched that shit in Queensland.
Yeah, good on you, bud.
Like, taught everyone.
Thank
So there's
you
a
for your
reason why it
service, mate.
failed.
Yeah.
There's a reason why it failed. I fucking taught it. I taught head office. I taught all the crew
Did you
trainers.
actually? Head office?
Dude,
Is that because you had grilled background or was grilled after Macca's?
Grub was after Macca's.
Yeah, right.
I was just the head crew
Obviously,
trainer.
the obvious progression.
Yeah, exactly. And then Miss K's was a very vast decline.
Yeah.
But
to
Now,
Miss Kate.
now we're an apprentice plumber.
bro, yeah,
The natural progression.
yeah, it's the natural progression. because I like eating shit.
Linear.
Anyway, Saturday, we'll move on.
We're sidetracked.
Saturday, I can't even really remember what I did during the day. I think I had a nice little sleep in. Went out for a feed with Caitlin, and then I ended up at the Trots. I went shopping for dresses on Saturday for Caitlin and myself. Because I really want to dress up.
Did you find anything
Didn't
nice?
you know I'm getting a dress for next weekend?
What's next weekend?
No, I don't know. I'm just pulling your dick. Anyway, she needed a dress for some occasions that are coming up.
That's a really good joke.
Thanks, dude.
Did you find anything nice for yourself / your girlfriend?
Little cheeky little number.
Didn't find anything nice for myself, I don't think. No, I didn't. Caitlin didn't either. She ended up doing some online shopping Saturday night and got two beautiful pieces.
Online shopping.
Can I say this, Clutzy? I think you'd look great in like a summery maxi dress. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
Maybe a floral print. I don't know.
I always feel florally.
Yeah, that would suit you.
It would.
Maybe next merch run, maxi dresses.
Fuck.
They would sell like.
What doesn't sell?
Yeah, what's something that you can't sell? Ice.
Ice
Eskimos.
Eskimos. Hey.
Fuck yeah. Welcome back to the Dad Podcast. But yeah, Saturday night, cop the invite to
my work event.
Yeah, to your work event. It was the Trots. It was
Black's
fucking
Fake, baby. The premier harness racing meet of the year.
It was.
It's actually a good night. I went last year.
It was lovely. It was funny as. Now, I had a little story to tell about someone that I used to work with who you now work with. Little Milgram.
Yeah, I know who he is, yeah.
So, hadn't seen this dude in ages. And he is just the funniest cunt.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
I
Hopefully he's
love
not
that
listening because his head will explode in
Yeah,
the
I
office.
know. He kept asking me, I've got to come on. I've got plenty of stories.
Oh, he'd be
I'm
a cat. He'd be
hilarious.
too scared. He hates speaking up in meetings.
Yeah.
At
Now,
work.
he said a couple of things and did some funny shit. And also, if you are listening, you're a fucking coward for going home when you did because of what was propositioned to you. That's all I'm saying. You weak.
Connect the dots.
Weak dog.
Connect the dots. It's good to have some non-toxic friendships going around.
Yeah, it is. It's also good to know that you have the use of your left or right hand depending on what you're strong-handed with. So maybe you could have stayed out a bit longer.
And just sorted yourself out, bud.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so we're talking about, apparently you guys had this conversation at work about, is it Jats servings?
Oh.
You get like cheese and cracker servings or something? Or you guys had a discussion about...
There's biscuits that get filled up in the jar at work, and it alternates between 3 Jats or a Scotch finger and like a chocolate chip cookie.
Now, that's right. We're talking about the serving size of Jats.
Yeah.
All right, and we're having this discussion about the serving size of Jats. And then Smilkin comes over and goes, "Oh, are you circumcised?" And I was like,
"Yes."
"What?" And he goes, "Are you circumcised?" "I am too." I was like, "Yeah, bro, I am." And he's like, "Fuck yeah." High five me. And then like your workmates are like, "Dude, that is so fucking weird. What are you going on about?" And he's like, "I'm just joining the conversation." They're like, "Yeah, we're talking about Jat serving sizes." He goes, "I thought we were going around saying who's circumcised, who's got the helmet and who doesn't. My bad, I read the room wrong." And then he just like grabs a spring roll, takes a bite, walks off. I was like, what?
This is the same dude who ate like a Japanese curry every day for lunch at work, and Eden pinged him on it and was like, that's so bad for you. He's like, "Dude, how is this unhealthy for me? It's just chicken and rice." And Eden's like, "It's deep fried chicken and rice and like 2 kilos of fucking sauce. And there would be so many calories in that." And he's like, "No way." And we Googled it and it was like 1,600 calories. And he genuinely couldn't believe that it wasn't healthy for him. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Is this the same bloke that some person like fell over in front of him and he, and he blew the knock on?
At the Trots, the exact same event a year earlier. Yeah.
Because that's what all your other work, they were like, "Sam, you can't do anything like that again this year." And he's like,
so
quality content though.
For anyone listening who is unsure about what happened, basically this dude had just started at work and we had this event on. And he's there, and this like older lady was walking on the grass in front of us and stepped in a divot and face planted. And like literally within a meter of him, and without even like batting an eye, he went, "Knock on, we'll have a scrum," and like motioned to pack a scrum on top of it. It was so fucked. Everyone else was like, "Oh my God, you cannot do that."
So funny.
That's big energy.
The boys at work today were like, "Fuck, Clutzy and your other mate Stranksy put away some spring rolls on Saturday night."
Yeah.
Ed reckons that Stranksy would have had upwards of 12 spring rolls.
And they were fucking big spring rolls, bro. Oh man, they were classic. But we met a couple of people at the trots. Jared Croker was up there.
Yeah, how good.
He's injured, obviously, which sucks, but had a bit of a chat to him. Absolute legend of a bloke.
He seems like a good bloke. Is he?
Bro, he is one of the nicest guys. Hey? He was so up for a chat and he just loved it.
Cool.
And he also wanted to know how we were going.
Fuck, that's rare. I love
Just
that.
like as a person, but also like in a betting sense.
And professionally.
And he was happy we were up. Yeah, and
Fuck.
professionally. I'll
King.
plumb his pipes anytime.
Like an unsung hero of the NRL.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, the other people I met, the other person I met, so went to the trots to obviously meet our official trot jockey of the podcast.
Yeah, was he there?
Dave Kenzie, no.
Spewing.
He didn't turn up, but his boss Benny was there. And he wanted me to say to him that, Dave, you didn't turn up and fuck you
Holy
for not
fuck.
turning
Can
up.
I just have a look at your phone for a second? I'm just reading Klutzy's notes on his phone.
Yeah.
This is how they read if you don't like. This is exactly how they read, right? So I'll read it as they're punctuated.
Yeah.
Went to Albion Park to meet the official trot of the pod, but he didn't turn up. But his boss Benny was here, so fuck you, Dave. Are you circumcised? Yeah, same here. Sam, what the fuck? Why is that? You asked. No, bro. We're talking about serving size.
That's the notes of a genius.
That's how we get shit done here.
Yeah, it works.
Can you tell a story about the dragon stuff that happened to you in the car park?
All right. So as I said before, I got this cough. And I think I spoke the other week about how I had the phlegm in my throat and I was feeling hungover and I didn't want to cough or try and hack it up because I knew I'd yak.
Yes.
Now, Eden texted us to say he was at the Brecky Creek. So Stranksy and I were like, okay, let's go there.
This is after the trot.
This is after the trots. So we're full of spring rolls. We're full of questionable chicken skewers where I didn't actually get food poisoning, but they definitely weren't cooked. But I kept eating them. I think I had 4 or 5 of them. Maybe this was me getting rid of the food poisoning.
Yeah.
But
The salmonella, I think
basically,
that's how it works.
I'd had a fair few beers and whatever, but I was
Legend.
feeling sweet. And we've run all the way from the upper deck of the trots at Albion to...
Why were you running?
Because I think we're playing Tiggy or something. I don't know. But we ran to the Brecky Creek. And then I started coughing and I was like, oh, fuck. And I had this coughing fit and I was like, just kept going. And Stranksy's like, you're good, dude. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll just stop in a sec. I had this one massive cough and I sort of dry reached and I was like, oh, yeah, it'll be sweet. Like, this happens all the time. And then my gut just went, I was like, oh, no. No, stop. I was like, oh, Stranksy. I might have to meet you inside, dude. He's like, oh, what's up? And I was like, dude, I think I'm going to yak. And he's like, no way. And he starts giggling. And I start coughing again. And then I'm like, and then I've gone, nah. I was like, oh, dude, this could be bad. And he's just like, dude, what the fuck's going on? I've like coughed again, closed my mouth, and just gone, and just like my whole fucking cheeks have expanded. And then Stranksy's gone, oh, like laughing. And I've just fucking gone from one end of the car park to the other, out to the road to where there's all these fucking factories and shit. And I'm just going like, just like projectile vomiting. And I couldn't stop it because I kept coughing and I kept vomiting. All I could hear was Stranksy just fucking pissing himself laughing, which then I started laughing. I've got shit coming out of every orifice on my face, crying with laughter, just projectile vomiting. I went and hid behind a van and he's like, you're good? And I was like, I was like vomiting again. It felt like the scene out of fucking Team America where old mate goes in the side alley and he just can't stop yakking.
Yeah.
And then start coming back over and he's like, you're good. And I hid between some trees as this fucking car came past and I'm just projectile vomiting in the tree. Realised I had shit everywhere and I was like, oh no, like there's no napkins or anything around. Saw a cardboard bin. So I was just getting cardboard boxes wiping my face. And I was like...
Did you go into the creek? Like the Brecky
Yeah, then I
Creek?
got let in straight away.
Fucking hell.
But like I was like, what am I? You know what I mean? Like
spring roll monster.
I think I might have only had like another 2 or 3 drinks after that,
Yeah,
if
fair.
that, because I was like, wow, what am I?
It's funny, and it actually is quite a nice segue into the next topic that I want to talk about. But I've had that before, the cough yaks, when you cough
Yeah.
so much you yak, and it was
Yeah.
when we were at Splendour. Me and Ash Vienna had it the year when we went to Queenstown for 7 days with 14 of the boys and then went to Splendour. And we all had like pneumonia, and I was exactly the same. You wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, I'm going to cough. And then you start coughing and you can't stop coughing, and then you just vomit. It happened. It lingered. It was like long fucking COVID before COVID was a thing. I was scared to cough for 6 months.
Yeah. It sucks.
I had a fear of just vomiting.
Is COVID just the coffee acts that just people don't know about?
Could be. I honestly reckon the coffee acts it worse.
Yeah, no, it sucks, bro. It is
That's
the worst.
I'd rather COVID than have that feeling of after that Splendour in the mud.
cough sack's coming and it won't stop coming.
That Splendour in the mud.
You head to the ground and you keep on yucking up. Sorry, I was trying to do an impromptu song there.
That's fine.
I didn't mind it at all.
Thanks,
but yeah, I'm keen to delve into some Splendour stories, given that the festival just been. A bloke at our work, I was talking to him today. He had 3-day pass. He went on Saturday and then didn't get out of the bus line till 6:10 a.m.
That's fucked, man.
I heard about that.
On
That's
Sunday.
fucked.
He said he had blisters in between every single one of his toes.
That's fucked.
What do you do for all those hours?
Yeah, he said there's people having proper panic attacks, which I'm not surprised by.
Dude,
that would be,
man.
you'd almost be at the state where like, am I ever getting out of here?
Yeah, camping at Splendour is already shit.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, if it got to 6, I'd be like, do we just turn around and go back in and wait for the shit to open back up in 3 hours?
You'd be like a zombie, hey?
Like, what are we going to do? Fucking spend an hour going home, sleep for a bit, and then come back?
Yeah.
Anyway.
It looked
Splendour.
awful. Yeah.
Good I love Splendour, though.
So do I, but not this one.
Yeah,
Do
that
you
looked
have
absolutely fucked.
Any
man.
stories for us, Seb?
I've got a few stories, actually. I've written them down in my notes because I came prepared for this evening.
I think they're punctuated better than Clutzies.
They are. So the first one I'd like to bring your boys' attention to is I went camping at Splendour a few years ago with my mate Matt Davies, who, as you boys know, has some demons in him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lots
big
of
time.
demons.
Yeah,
he likes
big
to
demons.
expel them at festivals like this too.
So we went like we went like our tent was already a shit show. Like I was sleeping on fucking like barbecue shapes and stuff. Like it was
my God.
awful. And then I woke up to Matt Davies with a cigarette burning words into the side of our tent, and he wrote the word lava.
Yeah.
God knows why. And I was like, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "I'm just making art, man." And then I was like, this is too much. I'm going to bed. And then the next thing I remember is waking up to Ben being like, "Davies, what are you doing?" And I turn up and Matt Davies has a can of deodorant and a lighter and he's trying to burn the tent down around us.
I remember that.
And we're like, "What the fuck?"
It's like a homemade flamethrower.
And he goes, "I just wanted to burn all the way around us." And I was like, "Dude, it's fucking plastic, man. It's going to melt onto us." So that was a big one.
That's fucked.
Yeah, it was fucked. The next night was worse. And I don't know, we were just in the festival, whatever, me and Davies and Rory, and then someone had the bright idea, she's just like, let's just go back to camp and just like finish everything we have at the campsite. And we're like, yeah, man, that seems like a really good idea. And anyway, we get back to the campsite and like, I don't know, we do whatever. And we're probably awake way past sunset, and just like Matt Davies kept saying Bob Esponja, which is Spanish for SpongeBob. Not really sure why, but I just kept laughing every time he said it, and I got so scared of laughing so hard that my ribs hurt. And like I remember he'd just sit, and we weren't even saying anything. We just sit in the tent and just go, Bob, and I would die, and I was like, stop. Anyway, the biggest night of my life, hands down. Yeah. The next day, I was just like almost in tears. Like I was just no sleep, no water, just like felt like a shell of a man. And Rory's like, come into the festival. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, fuck it. We walk into the festival, we see Haku Hands. Just this girl band, like three girls in tracksuits, like dancing. And I just started bawling my eyes out. What am I doing here?
One of my favorites is I'm not going to name names, but hopefully you boys remember who I'm talking about. Yeah, I've actually got a few to talk about, but one was a bloke sleeping with his missus in their tent and woke up in the morning next to her, and he was maggot the night before, like fucking maggot. And he woke up and realised that his bed was wet and turned to his missus and said, "I think you pissed the bed last night."
She goes, "No,
she was like, "No, you pissed the bed last night."
I've got that in my notes as well.
I think she ended up actually pissing the bed at a later occasion, and he had her jeans, remember? And he was like, Shit, that smells good.
I remember looking over to our mate's tent, and he had the inflatable mattress like hanging up on the side of his tent. And he's in his boxers, and his girlfriend's so angry, and he's just going, sorry. Sorry. But
If you knew who it was, it's 10 times funnier. Isn't
I
it?
think how it happened is that our mate Matt Davis from before had like a giant bottle of vodka, like mixing like one of those ice bricks or whatever.
Yeah.
And they were just doing, and Matt Davis was just swigging that, and every time he'd swig it, he'd go, Bob was spawning you. And then he was like, Ben, do you want some? And Ben's like, I'm sorry, maggot, I'll have some, yeah. And they were like, Ben, why are you doing it? And he goes, I can't let him do it alone. Sorry, I just said his name as well.
Fuck, I'll do my best to try and edit that out, but I can't promise anything.
That's so fucking funny.
It could be anyone.
Fuck, man. My first ever Splendour was 2015. I only done 2, I think, and that was a Splendour in the mud.
That was
Mine's a bit of a different sort of memory. Like my first memory of Splendour was, I'd never heard of them before, but it was DZ Death Rays.
Yep.
And they were just playing this most fuck set at amphitheatre. And I went sprinting in with, I think it was Luke Bruff on my shoulders. I just randomly ran into this guy from school who I hadn't seen since school. And I ran into this fucking thrash pit with this dude on my shoulders. And I was just jumping around and we were getting absolutely belted. And I was like, this is sick. I also went through a stage of being the really cringe dude that was leading the "Hey Baby" chants on the way out of the amphitheatre. I woke up the next day, one day, it was just like, I suck. I've become everything I hated.
Well, it's better than when one of our friends... Sorry, you go.
I was going to say, my most treasured memory, is something that I don't entirely remember, and that's missing the third day.
Does
of
that count as a
Splendour.
treasured memory if you can't remember it?
It's because I think I've spoken about it before, but me and Pat Nicholson just getting so blind off all those tickets.
Yeah, drinks tickets.
And literally just wasting 10 or 12 hours in the TP Forest.
It happens,
And it was
man.
fucking sick. And I would love to do that again.
The TB Forest is just like, like
Sin Valley.
if I went there like
Tell
right
me.
now, I would hate
Dude,
it.
apparently the Gorillas played there on Friday night.
Yeah, right.
In the forest.
In the
Because
forest.
TP Forest is the only stage with the world
There's
stage.
a video
I
of them
believe.
up on stage playing, which
That's
would have
pretty
been
cool.
That would have been
insane.
sick.
What about our friend who we woke up and he was asleep in the walkway and we're like, fuck, that's pretty funny. And then after like 2 hours, the sun started to come up and we're like, fuck, we should check on him. And one of the staff was like, does anyone check if he's breathing? And we were all like, no.
No.
We went over and he was, and we moved him into the shade, and then eventually he got up at like lunchtime. And I remember I was standing opposite him we had a table and he was on the opposite side of the table and he was so fucked from the night before. Just like swaying side to side. And our mate Ben was behind him and Ben goes, oh my God, don't sit down. And he turns around to look at Ben. And Ben's like, you've shit yourself. And no joke, he puts his hand into the back of his pants and pulls his fingers out covered in shit and looks at me and just sort of like strokes his shoulders like, I guess I have shit myself.
And I've heard he went back into his tent and then
He just dived into his tent. He had long hair down to his shoulders, got caught in the zipper. So he's like half in his tent, head caught in the zipper, shit all over himself. His girlfriend had to cut his hair to get him out of the tent. And he was lying on his back with his legs up over his head, wiping his ass, throwing his dirty wet wipes out the tent.
Just when I was still up here and I was listening to Triple J and we heard about this dude who was throwing his shit tickets out of his tent.
that's
And
what
then we were like, oh my God, this is happening. And
That's
everyone-
easily the most fucked thing that's happened in our
Yeah, and
group.
everyone was like,
hands down.
bruh, that is such and such. And I was like, oh my God.
That was easily the most... I don't think I've ever laughed that
Just
hard in my entire life. but
Picture this. Picture a tent side on, right? So you just see
tiny
the door
tent too. It was one of those little one-man ones.
and then just seeing shit-covered shit tickets just flying out of the door.
Oh, fuck. And the next day, he just dragged his whole tent, all of his belongings in there, and just left it down in the like garbage pickup thing.
So fair.
It's fucked.
Man,
You buy tents to leave them there.
Yeah.
For sure.
I
Unless you're
remember
me and you have your dad's brand new fucking 10-man tent and
it was floating.
you pack it up and it's covered in mud and then you get home and you're like, I should have just left this there. My dad would kill me. So now I need to set it up in the backyard and wash it out. And then you go to set it up and you realize that you left the poles there. Had to buy dad a new tent.
That sucks.
I had the worst run, a few spins in a row. I did my ankle that one.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
that was cooked.
The time I did my ankle, I sprained my ankle really badly on the Friday. And on the Saturday, I was like, I'll stay and I'll keep my foot on ice and try and get in and see some acts on the Sunday. So I stayed sober, sitting in a chair all day. Sat next to Jonesy's esky. He was drinking 4X bitters cans and he was blind and like drinking these beers like water. I sat there from when I got up to when I went to sleep at about midnight. The next morning I got back up and sat in the same chair. Jonesy comes out like so dusty, opens his esky and there's like 4 bitters left. And he's like, who the fuck drank all my bitters yesterday? And I was like, literally you, dude. Literally you. He was the only one, yeah.
So fucked.
I don't know if I've ever got another Splendour in me. I kind of want one, but
I don't know. Maybe.
We'll see.
If I took like 2 weeks off after.
Yeah, that. It'd be the fucking, for sure.
I remember my first experience. I was fifth wheeling and one of the boys, his missus had been a bit annoying and
let me guess.
Got into him. And we just like, he'd had a shit night or whatever and he'd gone to find her and I'd lost contact with him. I met some people that were staying in RVs from Melbourne, so I ended up being with them for the night. And
you guys like the storm?
Sick. That was definitely a conversation that was had.
Super quiet. You guys into the storm?
How's AFL? Yeah, but I just remember I got in trouble from my mate because the next day, that's right, we were sitting there having drinks when we got back to the campsite. And
legends.
His missus rocked up and she was a little bit upset. This is a bit of a shit bloke move, but at the same time, it was fucking funny. She's a bit upset. And we're just like, what's happening?
I reckon I know exactly who this is.
Yeah. And then like, what happened? What happened? She comes into the light and she's covered head to toe in mud and there's 2 people with her. And it's like, we found her like mumbling this dude's name and we're like, what the fuck? Like, what's happening? And she's like, I'm trying to find my boyfriend. And she's just like tripped over at one of the entrances into the festival and just gone boom, straight in the mud. And then I've just seen her come into the light and just gone, just like pissing myself laughing, thinking it's the funniest thing ever. I was like in proper hysterics. I'm pissed as well. And I was like annoyed because she'd like gotten angry at him for not being with her and going to see someone he wanted to see. And then all this happened and I was like, that's just karma. That's just fucking karma. And then like my mate's just gotten so angry at me. And then the next day I was like, look, I apologise. That's probably not the nicest thing. But to be fair, that's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Agreed. Yeah,
I was like, yeah, fucking nice.
Now, was there any other Splendour stories you wanted to kick?
Oh, just a quick one.
Yeah.
Our mate, let's call him Tim. It was Tim. You know how they're like camping without cars, they set you out or whatever, they tell you where to go?
Yeah.
So we'd all set up and then he must have been like the first person of that new batch or whatever. So they're like, just go there. So he's like, so he set his tent up and it was like the lone house on the prairie. Like there's nothing else except for his tent. And like it's the start of the day, he's like, if anyone fucking comes near that, I'm going to fucking blow up. Anyway, we go into the festival, come back, everyone's lit up, obviously. And then Tim was just patrolling his tent. Any cunt that just walked, they're just walking to their tent, you go, stay the fuck away from my tent. Like, what the fuck?
That's so scat.
I remember one more before we move on. I remember
I got one more after you.
After the last night of one of the Splendours I was at, Jackson and I went back to the campsite and we're playing Slipknot on the Yui Boom at like full volume. This is at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I remember I was just having the best time and this dude just like gets out of his tent from across the campsite, like across the path thing and walks over and he walked over and I was like, oh, I'm going to bash this bloke. Like, do not kill my vibe. And he's like, guys, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you're playing Slipknot. And I just remember being like, fuck, that's actually fair as, dude. Like, I'm so sorry. I just wish Jackson and I were like, yeah, sorry, man, turned it off and went to bed.
Good point.
Yeah. I remember that is pretty fucked.
2017 when we had like 50 people staying together, it was fucking sick. We had some mates who have toned it down a lot now, but they were on a fucking mission to just cause chaos. And they had like dress ups for each day. I remember it was their commando day and they were trying to do stuff where...
So when Matto had the word cunt written on his shirt with an arrow pointing to himself.
Yeah.
Sergeant
I think it was
Pad.
that. Yeah, Sergeant Cunt. There was another fella with
He's
him.
getting a good run this episode.
Yeah, he is. There's another fella who was with him that dressed up with him who I won't name. But basically they were trying to be commandos, but fuckwit commandos, and they got tripwire. So people that were walking along the footpath, they'd just quickly be on either side. Then as they got there, they'd fucking pull tight on the rope and trip these people up. And there was one chick, she's fairly attractive. She's walking past and they do it. And she's like, what the fuck? And she's like, got upset. So this bloke, he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like ran after her and started like simping for her a lot. Anyway, we lost this dude for ages. Then we saw him again and he was like chatting to this chick and we were just like, oh, this is odd.
Scat, yeah.
Then everyone just lost him and we were like, what the fuck, where is he? Yeah, me and Doss were getting ready for RL Grime in someone's tent. Doss had done something funny himself. He turned into a slug. He was literally like being a slug going across the ground in the tent. Thought it was hilarious. And then we hear this, who the fuck's in that tent? We're like, what the fuck? Like, it sounds like, what's his face? Where the fuck's he been? He comes in and we're like, hey, where have you been? He goes, oh, I think I'm in love. And we're like, what? Like, where have you been for like the last 3 hours? The moonlight's slightly shining on his face. And he's just like, I've been munging her out. And we were like, what? And he fucking got with her.
Yeah, nice. Good on
And
him.
then we're just like, dude, congratulations.
Romance.
Good on you. That's awesome.
Can I tell?
Never saw her again.
Can I tell one more real quick?
course you
one?
can.
Dude, tell as many as you want.
This is the height of Splendour comedy, and I will just say this is all within our groups. This is not just like random people.
Yeah. These are all real stories as well.
Well, I won't say his name. Let's call him Jay. He grabbed a full wheelie bin, and he just inserted it into someone's tent. So someone gets back to their tent, they unzip the thing, and there's just a full fucking black. Not even the recycling, the full black one.
What about Fossey? Sorry that we keep saying it's the last one, but I remember sitting back in the campsite late at night and I was sitting under like our gazebo and there was like a massive floodlight across the field and it's just shining straight into my eyes. Sat down, I was like, fuck, that light is so annoying. And Charlie just goes, give me a second, and just runs off. And like a minute later, you see this, and the light turns off. And then Charlie comes back. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, they got a emergency stop button, and it takes at least an hour for them to reset, dude. And turning all the lights off. Oh.
Fuck, he was bad.
He was a menace.
He
yeah.
played
He nearly
up
got us
big.
kicked out of the campsite for
When he
stealing
got
a
the
fire
fire
extinguisher.
extinguisher.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
And then he unloaded it all and threw
Yeah.
it in some random person's tent.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Tell you
Well,
what,
it's all alleged.
fuck
It's all
staying
alleged.
near us at Splendour. Looking back, I was like, geez, we are sort of fucking how you going. But had a good time, made some good
We
friends.
did. That's also, we must stress that that's spread over. Like, I think I've been to 5 Splendors, so that's,
Yeah.
For sure.
we didn't do all of that in 5
and
days.
the majority of this was within our own group. Like,
Yeah.
just random people.
Yeah. Remember when Matto got his pants ripped off in the amphitheater and had to walk up naked to the campsite?
Yeah.
It's a video of him walking up the hill naked because someone ripped his pants off in the amphitheater mosh pit. Oh, fuck. Okay. Are we done with Splendour?
Yeah. Good times.
We have a pretty big announcement to make.
Oh, we do. Fucking oath we do.
We don't have all of the details locked in, but Klutzy and I officially own a share in a racehorse. Now, we have been in chats with the Calibre Racing Group. Bunch of legends. They reached out to us and have made it possible. So, basically, as I said, we don't know all the details. We'll come with more firmer details next Friday for the next Friday's pod.
Yep.
But with the share that we have, we can name this horse, and we are going to leave it up to you guys listening to name it. So we're going to do a vote off on probably our Instagram polls or something, but stay tuned for that. The cool thing about this is you can actually buy shares in the horse yourself if you want to get involved. So like, this is a legitimate racehorse that's going to go around. We're going to fucking name it. Like, it's going to be on Sky Racing. You can buy in and be a part owner as well.
Do you get a share of the winnings if
You do.
buy in?
Fucking oath
If
you
it
do.
wins, you get a share of the winnings. Yeah.
Fucking oath.
So, a few details. It's a better than ready colt out of a horse called Hidden Flare. It turns 2 on the 1st of August. It's currently trained at Newcastle, but travels, so there's a chance it could race up here in Brizzy, which is awesome. Trained by Nathan Doyle, who is a legend and loves a beer, and apparently can train a horse as well, which is awesome. Yeah, we'll have heaps more details next week, but basically shares start from $1,275. And there is the option to like buy that with a group of mates. So say there's 10 of you want to chip in $120 each, like that's a thing
Yeah.
that we can organize. We're going to have like a Facebook group just for the owners of it and like the trainer and the guys from Calibre will be in there. So we'll have whenever it's running, we'll be sure to be posting about it heaps, and you're going to hear about it lots from us. But yeah, we're going to have a little crew on Facebook. If you want to buy in, get in touch with us and we can link you up with the Calibre guys.
Be awesome for blokes in punters clubs and shit like that, because like if you do like an end of season trip or something, or like you've got like a group kitty or something like that, like it's something to fucking put towards, and you get a little bit more invested in it.
It's going to be
and
so
like
funny.
you guys get to name the fucking horse as well.
It's going to be crazy. So
awesome.
Stay tuned. But yeah, we officially have shares in a racehorse, which is so fucked.
Fucking so stoked.
Yeah.
It's going to be so good.
Yeah. Stay tuned. We'll definitely talk about a shitload when it's actually running, but
can't wait to win the Melbourne Cup.
Yeah.
That's my first thought.
I think you're going to have to shed a few kilos before you ride it though, Klutz.
Yeah, fuck.
Probably about 70.
I can
Boys, that's huge. Like, to everyone at home, stop betting on horses, man. Why don't you
Buy
fucking
'em.
own one?
Yeah, exactly.
I can't believe you get to name it too. That's the best thing.
It's just fucking
I think
sick.
the my favourite so far, and none of these are final, but In Your Cheeks,
I love In Your Cheeks.
Unknown Ocean, because we don't know enough about
I
the
love
ocean,
Unknown Ocean.
and Free Phone, because
Yep.
that's what Telstra payphones are now,
Yep.
free phones. But stay tuned. We'll do heaps more details. But if you're keen to get involved, send us a message and we'll link you up with the Calibre racing guys.
Yep.
Hit them up on Instagram if you want, or we can do it. But stay tuned. We'll have heaps more details in the coming weeks. But yeah, we're pretty pumped about that.
We're officially Gallopers.
Cool. Well done, boys.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And one other quick thing I wanted to touch on, a bit of a power of the pod for this week. I don't think we've done one in a couple of weeks.
No, we haven't.
This one is a pretty easy one. So as you know, we record our podcast out of the mighty Caxton Hotel.
Yeah, it's true.
The greatest pub in the world. I was going to say Australia, but the world is correct.
Easily the world. Yeah.
Easily the world.
definitely
I've
the
been to a
world.
few, I would fucking know. Basically,
Nice flex.
they're so good to us. They let us use the space for free. You've seen them. They drop us off drinks and food and stuff when we're up here. Like, it's unbelievable. The staff are
Sort the
super
frothies out
friendly.
as well when you
Yeah,
guys come
100%.
in.
So the great man Sterling, who we sort of do all this through, has he has a goal on Instagram to get the Caxton Hotel to 10,000 followers. They're currently at 7,425.
Okay.
So I reckon we can assist in giving them a big nudge. It's Caxton Hotel on Instagram. Definitely give them a follow. That's all we're asking for this week.
Yep. Fucking oath. It's simple. Just to follow.
Simple.
Think
Support
about
the
how
pub that
much.
supports us.
Think about how much the Caxton's going to love these boys if they hit it up to 10.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
food and drinks. They're going to bring in all sorts up.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Fruit and veg, maybe.
Maybe some caviar and some cocktails.
Ooh.
Cocktails and caviar.
That's how we operate.
Bloke cocktails.
Was there anything else you want to cover off before we get into the froth line?
I just wanted to give 2 quick shout outs.
Sure. I did read those on your notes before.
Shout out to the Red Bull Cap barista dude that I saw on the weekend. That was an intro. Sorry that I didn't get to say g'day. I was a little bit flustered. The misso was doing some dress shopping, so
Loves
don't
dress
get
shopping.
in her fucking way. She's got some events coming up, bro.
Good on it.
Got some events. And then shout out to Harrison from the news agent at Chermy. Got a card for mum, but I also got some fucking scratchies. Had a nice little $8 win off the scratchies.
Bang.
I got, man. Reinvested.
Now we own a horse.
Yeah, now we got a horse.
It's that easy. Why don't more people do it?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Should we get into the froths?
Yeah, we should.
Anything else said before we?
I've got a couple of things from my mate Ben.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
There's some
This
questions,
will be
but
good.
maybe we can slot this into the froth section because these are questions from a dribbler. But first question: how much would it cost you boys each to fuck the other person over in BBB?
Oh,
I couldn't do that, to be
Yeah.
perfectly honest.
thing is, it cost me nothing because I've got access to all the funds.
Yeah. That's what we're trying to sort out today.
I could just run off without it. No, but that defeats the purpose. The whole point of doing this is so I can enjoy my life.
I think.
I suppose if you pay me enough to never work again.
Yeah,
think
like
asking that
talking
question
million,
actually-
you name your price.
Okay, give me $5 million and I'll give Klutzy half. We'll put it all behind us.
So diplomatic.
And then
It's
we'll
not the
start
answer.
something else.
This is not what I was looking for. I was hoping for some fucking red hot.
No.
But yeah, whatever.
Okay, well, what I was going to say is that I think it really shows the character of your friend Ben.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show, but also the Brizzy villain.
He smells like a bloke that would piss in his girlfriend's bed at Splendour.
Blame her.
And blame her. Yeah. What a dog.
Anyway, that's it for me, boys.
You can't put a value on this podcast, Seb. The earning capacity is exponential, mate.
Correct
What a
answer.
value.
Correct answer. For everyone at home, find your bliss.
I'd be doing myself a disservice. We'll get into the froths with that.
So this isn't from a fucking pay phone or a free phone, but because I'm not game enough to walk out of the pub where I live in WA and get to them without being mugged. So I thought I'd ring up and let you know that I actually ordered some of them fucking bloke beers, the midi.
That's from last week. My apologies. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's not your fault, man. You're just in charge of this podcast. But
Yeah, sorry, dude. The one thing I forgot to do. I'll be able to tell. Yeah, okay, this is the first one. So
welcome back.
We're back.
What's going on, boys? Righto, we're calling from a Telstra free phone here, right? I was just thinking, I was on a walk, I was just thinking, what is the point in fucking wasps? Like, seriously, what is the point in wasps? Like, I get bees, go out, they collect honey, you know, and they look good on a birthday card or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, honey's great on toast. But I mean, what's the fucking point in wasps? You know? All they do is you're out in the field, they come out, they sting you, and fuck off. Like, seriously, when was the last time you saw a birthday card with fucking wasp on it? You know? Fuck off wasps. What is the point? Anyway, fucking piss the sheets. Yeah, good on you boys. Have a good one, hey?
Now,
That's such a good question.
I've done a little bit of Dioring. My initial thought before looking it up was, I don't know, maybe they're an alpha predator, you know, an apex predator in the insect realm. Or just in that little realm. Now, according to this little website called Google, this is a
Search
very
engine, but sure.
This is
Can we just say, Classy's Googled, what is the point in wasps?
Yeah. Apparently, it's a commonly asked question. They are voracious predators of pest insects, produce powerful antibiotics in their venom, pollinate plants, and even make a nutritious snack. Who's eating wasps, bro?
My favourite part about that call was that the measuring stick for if something's good or not is if it can be featured on a birthday card.
Well, that's actually really fair.
Yeah,
And
don't see wasps on birthday cards.
Can I do like a bit of a philosophical point to his
definitely.
question?
Sure.
Maybe wasps exist so we can see the joy of bees. Like there is no light without darkness.
Very true. Very true.
So without wasps, we would just think bees are annoying.
Piece of shit. Yeah. That's a very good point, Seb. I like where your head's
I was
at.
today years old when I found out that wasps also pollinate fucking flowers and plants and shit.
Well, yeah. They've got an environmental reason,
Yeah.
for sure. But I get the question as well.
Oh,
Wasps
me
kinda
too. Yeah.
Suck.
They do kind of suck.
Awful things.
It's almost like the bad outweighs the good, really.
Oh, big time.
Also, they're a
but
villain
I
in the
know-
Marvel universe.
I know lots of people like that.
Yeah. Sitting next to a couple of them right now. Anyway, let's move on.
Right, I can't.
Okay, fellas, Komodo Dragon here. Just off the back of the previous week's potty, the bloke that was talking about needing his shit when he's in stores. Weird
remember?
kind of, yeah. But I remember, like, on the pack potty, I think it was Tioni, like, talking about getting boners when he went into the fucking fridge section of Coles and Woolies. Fucking weirdo.
Boners?
Yeah.
Wondering if you boys ever get bonus from weird things, because, like, I don't know what it is, but sometimes when I'm moving dirt at work, I get a bit of a good blood flow down below, and, you know, yeah, it's a bit how you go. I'm wondering if you boys dabble in that. Also, I just wanted to release an Amber Alert on Laura Graham. I have not heard from her in a long time, and you boys have not been speaking about it. Please call in if you've ever heard anything going like, fuck me. All right. Anyways, teach him heaps.
To the boner point,
Yeah.
obviously with
I've got one now.
speaking of birthday cards, you know the ones you open and they have like a little tune that comes out, the little mechanical like music device.
Yeah.
Obviously that.
I'm not a sicko.
I'm not a psycho. As for the Laura Graham point, that's such a good point. I haven't heard from her in a while either.
Yeah, nice.
She wished me happy birthday, and last I heard she was in WA, Rottnest Islands, taking photos with quackers.
Yeah.
Nice. We used to give her a shout out.
I wish I could take photos of quackers.
We used to give her a shout out every episode because she was an eligible bachelorette, but I think she's
Oh, she's well and
she's
truly
hitched.
taken.
She's shacked up.
There's rumours that she's getting married soon.
Oh, really?
What?
Nah.
Is that public knowledge?
Nah.
Clutzy's just starting that rumor right now.
Yeah, cam shape up.
We'll have to send her that. that clip.
I think she
to let her
still
know
listens,
she's still
yeah.
on people's mind.
She definitely still listens. She messaged me about something the other day, but I just don't think she listens as frequently because she's caught up with a boy now.
She's busy now.
Yeah,
She's
understandably.
busy. Now, all right, if you get a boner from shifting dirt, like maybe it's
Sort
not the
that out.
You sound like a man with a big hog, so possibly you're using 2 shovels to move that dirt now, or just clamping it in between your cock and the shovel. But anyway, I don't know. Dude, that's all I'm thinking. Do I get weird boners sometimes? Yes. Is it actually that weird when you think about it? No. You know when I get them? 3:15 on a Saturday afternoon at Yoku Road, Jeeps, Ashgrove Rugby Club, motherfucker. Or on a Friday night when I'm running out. It's a little bit confronting for someone that I'm playing footy against
Packing
when
into
they've got
scrum.
a bit of a 2-inch chub coming straight at them.
Like a rudder.
I actually haven't had to use my hand to fend in footy for a long time. I just fucking thrust my hips towards someone and hope my cock does the rest. That's where I get my weird bonus.
I've got a great unknown erection story.
Yeah, okay.
Our mate, Jimmy.
Yeah.
He was
Could be
baked.
anyone.
Yeah, he was stoned one night, like obviously at the munchies or whatever, and then ordered this food, and then this ice cream got delivered, this tub of like connoisseur. And he was just so baked. And as he started eating it, he just got a stiffy.
You're right, that is a great
it's so
story.
funny.
Yeah. Shout out Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Shout out Jimmy. One of the guys. Yeah. Ask Jimmy. Yeah.
Yeah. Who are you thinking? What other Jimmy did?
No, like, it's just so much funnier because it's him.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You can't have to know. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, how you going, legends? Just calling from a free phone in Murrayville in what I believe is probably the worst Australian state of Victoria. Yeah, just calling to ask, do you have a pair of good underwear and a pair of just regular underwear? Because, you know, you're going out, you wear a bit of higher-end gear, you know, just asking the questions that are popping into the head, you know, driving from Toowoomba to Adelaide, almost done, praying that I don't fall asleep at the wheel. Yeah, cheers, legends. Hope I get a good
That was the end of the call.
A good
I think he fell asleep.
Yeah.
response, ideally. Hopefully he's not dead in the side of the ditch
Yeah.
somewhere on the highway.
I don't really have any. I don't have them anymore. I got all my knobs.
I do.
Yeah, right.
The Manscaped boxes for me are my
actually,
number ones.
I
only have
them-
one pair, but-
I don't wear them to work.
Yeah.
I wear them on the weekend to like have ultimate comfort around my nuts.
I have strictly knobbies in rotation, except for when my Manscapes are clean, and then they get around.
That's a good shout. If you wear them to work, they're not that important. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I
Fucking
disagree wholeheartedly. Well, if you have an office job like
Really?
me.
I don't know, boys, because you're both shacked up. It's probably different.
Yeah,
but
exactly, yeah.
I don't know. I wear some dog shit ones to work.
Yeah,
midweek.
yeah,
And then on
okay,
the
yeah.
weekend, I don't know who the fuck I think I am, but I wear the nice
Calvin
undies
Kleins.
just
Yeah.
in case.
Yeah,
just
no,
in
fair-
case.
no,
You can never
fair
be too
enough.
careful.
Yeah.
So.
Bloody oath.
Yeah, see, I'm more thinking comfort 'cause I'm sitting in a chair all day with like the best sort
That's
of
a good
comfort.
shout.
Yeah.
Do you boys
I
still
need
wear?
one-
Do you still wear briefs?
What are briefs? Like the ones with the legs?
The
Boy.
DTs?
No, shit, no.
No.
I thought briefs were the ones with the little legs.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I thought briefs were the DTs.
Bro,
Anyway.
they-
Boy undies.
Little boy undies. Yeah, no, I get too much chafe. Way too much chafe. It's fucked.
Yeah, neither.
Moving on.
Boys, the colour on back here. It's been a while since my last phone call. I'm just ringing to inform you that whilst balls deep in the session on Saturday night, I tried to make a phone call from a free phone to you guys. Dialed the wrong number. So I'm sorry, Cassandra, whoever you are, for the yelling and the fart at the end of the message that I left. But yeah, it was on behalf of the bloody brilliant beer boys. So hopefully she doesn't leave you boys a bad Google review because yeah, she probably would have tasted my shit for the end of her phone. Anyway, cheeks in your cheek. Love you heaps. On your boys. Queenslander!
Fuck yeah.
I think an apology needs to come from up top. I'm talking about you boys.
Why?
Fuck you, Cassandra. That's what you get.
Cassandra shouldn't have a number that's so similar to ours.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's solely on you, Cassandra.
Yeah.
Answer the phone, maybe.
We've all got to eat shit sometimes. It's your turn, love.
I'd love to know how that guy knew it was Cassandra and still
Yeah.
managed to leave a message, because you'd think to know that information. So
Should've
you've
picked
reached
up,
Cassandra.
And
Yeah.
he's still just unloaded on her.
Dude,
She's
have
like,
I
hey,
ever-
this is Cassandra.
Have I ever
And
told
he-
the story about how I thought I was texting my brother on the podcast?
Yeah, yep, you have.
It was a while ago. I'll tell Seb. This was after our boys' lunch, Seb. You know how my brother was... No, it was before, because I was talking to him at the boys' lunch. My brother, I was texting him, and I can't remember exactly what I said. I'll see if I can pull it up.
It was something fucked.
It was so fucked.
Because a bunch of his mates have had the same problem. It's like an old number.
So he got a new phone number,
Right.
and they must have, like, ported his old phone number out to someone new.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm texting who I think is my brother, and it's just a random lady. And I'm trying to find it. I was like, I think I said, like, come for a beer with me, you fucking coward, or something. And it was like, who is this? And I was like, it's your fucking brother, you fuckwit. And then, because it set up on my phone, like, like, had his name. And this lady's like, you've got the wrong number. And I'm like abusing this lady via text, sitting at the train station. Then get a call from that number, answer, and it's this lady on the other end. I was like, what the fuck?
Did you apologize?
Yeah, and then the next day or 2 days later, we had our boys' Christmas lunch, and he was there. I was telling one of his mates, and his mate was like, holy fuck, and pulls out his phone. It was Declan.
Yeah.
And he had the same thing, but not realised. He texted this lady being like, I'm coming over to drink with you. And she was like, sorry, who's this? And he just said, shut up. And she responded saying, you've got the wrong number. And his text back was, I'm out the front with my cock out. And it got no response from me. He's like, oh my God,
Bro,
it must have been the
That
lady.
reminds me of, we had an incident in one of our group chats on the weekend, and it's like people getting messages or seeing messages that they shouldn't have to see. And we asked for a video, or one of our mates in this group chat, who I won't name, but he has got a bit of a run tonight. He's messaged Buckby and gone, can you send a video of you dancing how you wished you could have danced at Splendour? And then Buckby's responded, only if you recreate this photo. Took a while for him to send it through, but it's this random older dude just standing in a shower naked, doing like a pose like this, like just tensing. And then our mate's like, yep, done. And then it was about 5 minutes later.
Not even, dude.
Like, if that. It's like full nude. And he's just sent it back. And he's like, yeah, where's
So
my
funny.
video? And we're all just like howling with laughter, messaging back. And then Speaks goes, holy fuck, I'm sitting next to my misso's dad and I'm showing him the video that someone sent from Splendour. And then I exit out and it's just that dude, that picture, just going like this. I've just dropped the phone and now it's silent, awkward conversation.
Things you don't want to show
Seeing,
your
like-
future fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, seeing one
Father-in-law.
of, yeah,
I
one
can't
of his best mates fucking cock.
I can't find this text, man. Just take my word for it.
It's all right.
I can't remember if
you.
I can't remember if this is the one I just played either. So
G'day, fuckheads. It's Dave Kenzie here. Just a quick one from me. I've quite enjoyed the strong hang up off the free phones, but I just want to start a new trend of the old knock on hang up. Yeah, right. I hope it takes off, and I'll fucking talk to you boys later. Alright, see ya. Oh. Fuck.
Scrum there. I love that.
perfectly executed. Perfectly
That was
executed.
good. That was good.
Now I'm just double checking that this is the one we just heard.
Boy,
Yeah. Moving on. Love you, Dave Kenzie. Billion Arts racing tomorrow, Wednesday. So if you've heard this, it's too late. It's already run.
Yeah, unlucky bar.
Hey lads, first time ring-a-ding-dinger here. Just got a question for you. I'm sitting here driving along thinking, and I want to know your thoughts on a topic. You know, when you accidentally high beam someone as you're driving along and you fuck, sorry mate, sorry, didn't mean to do that. And then they have the audacity to just the split second that they pass you, they high beam you back.
Dogs.
It's like a hit and run almost. Anyway, I'm strongly against it. Let us know your thoughts. It's a fucking dog act in my mind.
Absolute dog act.
Is that from
Yeah,
who I think it is?
Yeah, but it's not that person.
Really?
Yeah, confirmed. I'm pretty sure.
Interesting.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
Jesus.
I understand where he's coming from, but it's all about intent at the end of the day.
That's it.
I know when I used to smoke a lot of weed when I was a bit younger, every time I drive, every time some cunt went over a speed bump behind me, I thought they were high beaming me.
Yeah, that'll get you.
Yeah.
You almost need a trip to fucking Fred Hollows after that.
I do, bro. I hate when someone's in a higher vehicle than you and they're coming behind you.
Yeah, like the big fog lights on.
Yeah.
It's like, bros, we're on Lutwich Road.
I actually, we were going up to
You're not
Woodgate
pig hunting.
once, and Snooze was behind me and he kept doing it.
Legend.
And then I was just like, I tried to get away, and we pulled over, and we've gone to this servo, and he's like, "What are you driving?" Like, I think someone messaged him and was like, "Hey, can you fucking stop?"
Yeah.
And then we pulled over, and I was like, "Come, what the fuck?" And he's like, "What are you on about?" I was like, "Why the fuck do you have to tailgate me on a fucking highway with fucking beams like that?" Oh no, I wasn't doing that. I didn't have the high beams. I was like, "Fuck off." Fucking drive in front of me, can't please.
Yeah, light up the road, bruz.
I was genuinely pissed then.
Couldn't tell.
Hey boys, it's the Thunder from Nunda here, just on the payphone at the front of Toombul train station. Fortunately, the old Toombs has gone underwater. Went to see me doctor, and he said I've got fucking 2 external hemorrhoids. I was wondering if you had anything that will help with, a bit of a sticky situation in me butthole. Anyway, here we go. Your mum's your dad, your dad's your mum. You're all inbred, you bloody brilliant scum.
I think bloke beer.
Yeah, vibe culture, bloke beer.
Yeah, just
bit of Manscaped.
Yeah, I don't know, or a simple pimple pop.
Oh, Josh. I'm out. I hope I never get hemorrhoids.
Yeah, same here, bro. Because I will not be doing a simple pimple pop.
One of my great fears, like that, are my wisdom teeth. Like if it ever happens to me, just knock me out until it's over.
Or kidney stones when you have to piss out.
Yeah, out, dude.
Out on
yeah,
that.
put me to sleep and get them out.
Apparently they come out like a rocket sometimes. You know? Like you're just pushing so hard and you go,
jeez. How do you
hit the
get
tink
them?
on the china.
How do you get them? Because I'll do everything with my power.
Not drink enough water.
Oh shit!
Is that legit?
I reckon I'll die of fucking.
I think if you just drink enough blokes, though, you'll be sweet.
There's water in blokes, so get some blokes down your throat. God, your typing is atrocious.
Yeah, I know. I've got fat fingers.
Too little water.
Drinking too little water. Exercise too much or too little.
In
Obesity,
between.
weight loss surgery.
How does none at all sound?
Or eating food with too much salt or sugar.
You're fucked.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fucked, bro.
Water sucks. Love fucking salt.
Yeah, and I hate exercise.
Well, good thing I don't strain during bowel movement because it's just fucking falls
liquid
out, basically. Yeah. It's liquid, yeah. Shout out to my diet.
Fucking hell. Moving on.
Hey boys, the Northwest Stocky here. Boys, listened to the podcast the other day talking about mental health. Shout out to everyone doing it a bit tough. Just call your mate. Very important thing to do. Anyway, was listening to a podcast this morning, driving along in the dark, and had a good belly laugh going, and this poor kangaroo jumped out and absolutely got shit mixed by the old Tough Bar while I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, shout out to Tough Bar. Anyway, keep doing the good work, boys. Cheers.
Shout out to Tough Bar.
Yeah, shout out to Tough Bar. Appreciate the call, mate. Very good point there. Make sure you're checking up on your mates, fellas, and ladies out there as well.
Watch out for Ruse, bud.
Thing. And then, watch out for Ruse. Because they'll jump in front.
Hey.
Sorry.
Hey boys, it's the gentleman with the cleanest annals in Warners Bay, a.k.a. the Bidet Bandit. Mate, just been watching Stranger Things and thinking about some of the characters. There's that lab and there's the kids. They're labelled like 1, 2 and 3 all the way up to 11. Had me thinking, like a number 1 is a wee, number 2 is a poo. What? I don't know how far the scale goes, but what's your 11? That's my question to you.
Fuck, that's a good question.
I'll go first. I'm going to say that the 11 is if you're constipated and you need a hand, your mate stands there and looks at you like 11 does, chucks a hand up, sort of looks at you really weird, like you're doing some psychic shit and helps you do your dump. Anyway, leave that with you, boys. Love the potty.
I thought I was going to take a much darker turn.
I think if a constipation's 11, I shudder to think what fucking 3 to 10 are for this man. 11 to me is a kidney stone. Probably.
Yeah, I was just about to say a hemorrhoid or a kidney stone.
I'd say a hemorrhoid.
Yeah. But good luck with number 8.
I think that's when it's solid. It's coming out sideways. One of those ones. Not much fun.
It's the weed whacker.
Hey, lads. Blanchy here.
Blanchy.
One off in the back of the potty.
He's back.
Yeah, I think Australia Post need to pull their head out of their arse, but since Darth or Clutch's mum put my bag of glue in the mail on Tuesday, it's just sat there at the one spot. So probably old love still sitting there contemplating if she should scan it or not, which is driving me nuts.
Scan it in, love.
And also off the back of the potty, I think I'll get the opposite of Clutch. So he doesn't play, his team loses. I don't play mine, go on to win. So the old brothers fish go from 2 wins in 2 seasons to this year being 1 win out. Need to win the last game to make the 8. They've only 4. They've only a couple of games they should have won, but I'm going to get into that. But yeah, that's the first time it's happened to me. And a couple of times I've left clubs, have gone for wooden spooners. Next year they've either won the comp or made the finals. So you think Blanche is the omen? Discuss. Yep. But anyway, lads, feel good to Mill. Hopefully get to Brizzy soon. Cheers, lads.
Good to hear from you, Blanchy.
Good to hear from you, mate. I missed that little middle part there. What did he say?
He was saying how he's the opposite to you. Because now he's saying you haven't been playing Jeeps and they've been losing. Yeah. He plays and they get pumped, but now when he doesn't play, they win the premiership.
Well, fuck. Combined, we'd have a very mediocre season.
Get down to Jeeps next season, Blanchy.
No, don't.
Hey, boys. Big Diesel DZ's here. I'm just on the Telstra free phone in Queen Street Mall. I can tell you what, very hostile conditions. What's the fucking time? It's 3:30 in the morning. That leads to me question, is there a more scat place in Brisbane than Queen Street Mall? I had about 3 crackheads G up to me. I've got one coming up to me now, so I probably should hang up the phone soon. So that's just the question, boys. Is there a more scat place than Queen Street Mall? All right. Cheers.
I'll raise you one, Fortitude Valley.
Fortitude Valley during the day.
Fortitude Valley during the day is fucked. Yeah,
West End's.
West End in between Burger Time 69 and Swap. I walked past it a few times the other day, and it was interesting.
Now I want Burger Time 69.
Yeah. Well, you know how there's this new monkeypox coming out?
Yeah.
No, but enlighten us.
Apparently there's this new disease coming out, and it's getting released soon. And the way you get it is like one way you get it is like trying on clothes. So in my head, Swap in West End is the epicenter of that.
Yeah, right.
But there was a really weird smell there the other day, man. We actually left because like it smelled so much. Maybe that's the monkeys.
Swap sucks. Like the staff is so rude. But anyway, that's a different story. But shout out to you, mate. Hopefully you didn't get bashed by the crackhead.
I can't stand customer service staff that aren't polite. It does
literally
my head
it's
in,
actually
dude.
your job. I understand that people are rude to
Have
customer
bad
service
days
staff.
and stuff. Yeah.
Totally get that.
But everyone has a bad day.
But if you're not being a cunt to them, then why would they be one back?
Someone posted something in our Facebook group, BB Frothies, get in there if you're not already in there, during the week, and it was like, why do post office workers make it seem like it's your fault they work there? And I was like, that is so true.
Fuck, that's a good take.
Yeah, they were not helpful at all with our merch. Every time we dropped it, it's like, sorry, we just spent thousands of dollars with you.
I don't think we've said this on our podcast before, but you're a very strong believer in this, and I am as well. And Seb, I assume you are as well. But it's like, if you don't enjoy your job,
fucking get a new one,
simply quit and get a new one.
Yeah.
Like,
If you
people
don't have
might
kids,
say we sound like the most privileged cunts or whatever saying that, but if you're not happy doing something, fucking quit.
If you don't have
Stop
kids and you don't have a mortgage,
I think it's more like,
exactly, bro.
I understand it's not that easy just quitting your job, but do something. Like
do something else.
Try and learn a new skill after work. Try and apply for new jobs. Like if you're just sitting there hating it, fucking talking about how much you hate it, it's like, I don't want to hear it.
I'm not tooting my own horn, but I went from fucking flipping burgers to playing with poo. You know what I mean? Just for a change.
Is one of those supposed to be good?
No.
kidding,
No.
I'm kidding.
But that's what I found out. So now I've got to move on to something else.
Moving forward.
Simply change.
G'day, lads. Backyard gynecologist here. First of all, happy Friday. Second, Clutchy, you've been fucking sprung, mate. It dawned on me today. I knew I'd heard your voice before, right? Anyway, you are from the legendary band Pissed Idiots. Now, do yourself a favour. Have a listen to the song Leave It At That by Pissed Idiots. And if that is not you, Klutz, I will fucking let my missus peg me. It's fucking 100% you. You've been in the band the whole time. Fuck, it sounds exactly like you, mate. Give us your best rendition of it. Cheers.
Pissed Idiots.
I'll pull it up.
Idiots. I would say let your missus peg you anyway. Try it.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's about to get pegged. Pissed Idiots.
That's very loud. You reckon it sounds like you?
I don't know. I don't know what I sound like.
Not a bad song.
Yeah. I can see the similarity.
Really?
Maybe
Yeah.
in an interview, this
Like-
singer would sound like you.
I can hear the similarity.
Look, I'm just going to say you're going to get pegged.
Lube up, buddy.
Yeah, lube up.
Maybe that dude secretly, like, closet wants to get pegged.
Dude,
and
I think that's
now he's
right.
like, oh, you know, I lost this bet
Regardless,
on this
that's a
podcast,
good,
and now I have to get pegged.
that's
See, I've heard you on this
song.
podcast, and if I get it wrong, I get pegged. The
Oh,
Bloody
no.
Red Beers podcast?
If I get it right, I'm getting pegged.
Don't peg me.
Please.
Oh, no, not again.
Okay, last froth, final froth. Helps if I turn the volume back up after I finish the song, I find.
Hello, boys. It's the Gold Coast Gooch Licker here. I'm a New South Welshman myself, but I've got a quick question for you. Root, marry, kill, Jonathan Thurston, Billy Slater, and Cameron Smith.
Ooh.
Keen no thoughts, boys. I'd fucking kill all of them, but you guys are way more wise than I am, so keen to see your thoughts. Fucking love you, boys.
Well, I'm rooting. I'm marrying Billy.
See, I obviously heard this prior to today because I screen recorded
so
it.
You've been thinking about this a lot.
Yeah, well, not a lot. I thought about it for probably 5 minutes before I got off my train this morning. I love them all dearly, but I think JT's got to go. I don't think I could live with that laugh, dude.
I was going to say the opposite. I'd love to live with a man who laughs that much. He's a happy guy.
Shut
man.
up.
I'm marrying JT.
Shut up, JT.
I'm marrying Billy.
I'm fucking Billy
I
because he's
reckon
the
I'm,
hottest.
yeah, I'm marrying Cam Smith. He's just a fucking good operator.
It's tough, man, because I don't want to kill Cam Smith, but out of respect, I'm going to have to.
Billy just seems like the sweetest.
Legends never
nicest
die,
dude.
bro.
Cameron could be a root and boot sort of guy.
I'd fall on my own sword and let them fuck each other.
Tough, man. Good question.
Cameron has good
Very tough.
durability, you know what I mean? So it's not going to be a small root, it's going to be a long root.
I just reckon I'd get along best with Cam. And Billy would be most exciting for a one night of fun.
Yeah, that's important.
That is important.
Billy's the hottest, so you'd fuck
Yeah,
him.
exactly.
But I don't know. JT's just such a gentleman, man, and he
I
laughs.
reckon he's
and he
a
has
little bit
fun.
awkward though, like a bit.
Yeah, that's kind of cute, man.
Yeah, but imagine if it's just you and JT having dinner at home. Ah.
Yeah, he'd laugh at everything you say. That's what I thrive on.
Yeah, I need that. If anyone knows a female Jonathan Thurston equivalent, let's
Yeah,
say
if you know if a woman that plays halfback
is that good,
laughs like a kookaburra, is from Logan, hit me up.
yeah, got to be a Queenslander though.
Yeah.
Righto. Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Stay tuned for details on the horse.
Yeah,
Thanks,
fuck
boys.
yeah.
Add me on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
See you later.
It was good to have you back, mate.
Thanks, boys. Good to be
So
back.
good to hear your
Your
voice.
dulcet tones,
Good to
bro.
be back. Good to just hang out. You know?
It is good.
Fucking oath.
Yeah.
Fucking oath.
Miss you
All
guys.
right.
Have a couple of beers.
All right. Well,
Thanks, guys.
me, Darcy, and Clutz are going to the Valley now.
Yep.
We'll see you later.
We'll see you.
See you at Dunder.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.